integrity is, because morals have changed.
But I feel like this goes back to the time by yourself situation, and the time that you spend with yourself. Then you're the reason why our moral compass, it's not that it's even off. We are not even using it. It's not that we're just not using it, and we just need to reactivate it. It's there. We're not using it. We just need to reactivate our moral compass.
It's like we have a GPS, but we're not looking at it.
We're just not looking at it. You're getting lost. You're driving. You're getting lost. Your GPS is there. You just haven't calibrated it.
Another thing is shared consciousness doesn't necessarily mean you share consciousness with everyone. Like you perceive life like everyone. It's like the school ground analogy, where there's the cool kids corner, there's the nerds corner over there, there's the geeks over there. You know what I mean? Different people will be in tune or relate to different things.
You're not going to be in all the
But
circles.
when it comes to dating, I think the rules kind of come down to the same law. You don't want to get hurt in a relationship. So the base of that not happening is knowing yourself, understanding yourself,
knowing what hurts you,
understanding how to then funnel everything that you want into one nange. Here it is.
What is the problem with men? I have a feeling I could go in and say there's a problem with men. Pastor,
maybe just
even before we get to marriage, like why do you feel that men are the reason dating is difficult?
basically I want to say men are good. Women too are good. I want to believe then it depends with which perspective we are looking at it from. You know, at the beginning when God created man, both male and female, so it is good. Just like we said, I think what we encounter on a daily basis, the environment on which we have grown into, you know, places we have gone, are really define our mind and the way of thinking. But I believe if we get the right stuff that feeds ourselves, we'll end up becoming good guys. I've seen guys who are terrible ending up changing to become one of the greatest people. I believe it is what we consume. There is nobody who cannot be great. Yes, we might be having our pluses and our minuses, but again, it is from the foundation of which information or what have we been built up from, you know, at the end of the day. I believe that is the best line.
Men are trash.
No, they're not.
Okay.
I am a daughter and I come from a man. I don't think men are trash. I just think for a while they have been socialized wrong.
Okay.
You know, where the social perception of relating to women is men are from Mars, women are from Venus. So now how do you expect these people to then come together and build anything moving forward when they are taught that they are so different? You know what I mean? You aren't supposed to cry. You are just supposed to be weak and someone has to come save you. Like, no, that's not it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, the social perception that men have, which is where I think they are getting it wrong, is their need to win, to always what are you winning exactly? Because if you're winning, that you're not part of a team. If Ukichimuiwan, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you're getting into relationships, it's that thing that Tamsanga was saying, we're getting into relationships as individuals, but at some point you have to lose the individuality of relating to then merge it into a relationship.
You know what? If boys don't learn, then men won't know.
Yeah. That's true.
If boys don't learn, then men won't know. Someone has to be
teaching the boys.
So, and if you pay attention to most of these interventions, we are almost always attacking the woman in terms of what she needs to be, what she needs to do to become
Right,
a wife,
right.
Yeah.
to become a
Yeah.
woman. You know what I mean?
100%
And the
fair.
boys
She's
are
wife material.
wife material, and yet the boys are led to
Do
roam
whatever.
to roam wild. And that's why I appreciate organizations like Gwaka Invotes, because like yes, as the name suggests, we need to build,
Build
a
them.
man.
Yeah.
And this is one of those unfortunate realities. And I discovered this when we were doing a campaign around the high schools. There's a lot of absent parenting.
Yeah.
Absent
I wanted to say
parenting.
that.
Absent
Yeah,
parenting.
actually.
Parents, sit down with your children and teach them how to be. Once again, and in that research, when we were just having a conversation, like how much time do you spend with your parents? These kids were saying, and just like generally in the morning when they're preparing for school, if your parent also maybe has a car, when they're taking you to school, and then when you come back, most likely they'll just ask you, did you do your homework? And that's it.
Cool.
They are there.
That's all
They're
the
there,
family.
But they're absent.
They're absent.
We've given raising kids to people who really don't. They're not gonna care as
those
much
who are
as
helping.
you know what I mean.
Exactly.
They're not gonna
Exactly.
care as much as you do. You know, as a parent, like yebo ngingithishela mara makatselele umfanakho. I mean.
But I have the option to
I have
leave,
the option
and it's
to,
not my
It's
problem.
not my problem
Yeah.
anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if this child is getting that reaction from school and coming home to just sleep and go back tomorrow,
And then
bayatifundisa bona ke banaso isikhathi
They're gonna
sokufundisa.
learn. They're gonna learn
They
from
will
someone.
learn.
and then
They
and then
will
there's the
learn. Like,
opinions,
yeah.
and then there's television,
Yeah.
and then when
And
you
now
watch
social media,
television,
man.
James Bond is the hero.
Yeah.
James Bond in the movie from the beginning to the end, he beds the bad girl, the receptionist,
Yeah.
and the good girl in all
In the movie.
Yeah.
all in the movie. If boys don't learn, then men won't know.
Yeah.
When boys don't learn, men won't know.
Yeah.
Then the responsibility is on both.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And this will work only if we have aligned our truths
Yeah.
before we get to the marriage.
Yeah.
But right now we're actually having children even before we align our truths, and so now we're teaching two different principles because we haven't even aligned our truths.
It's in Kote.
Therein
It's
lies the rub.
Kuta.
It's in Kote. There's a trend that's going around, and girls really need to stop. You need to stop trapping men with babies, hey?
You need to say it, girl.
Like you need to stop. That thing ain't right. You know what I mean? And as much as a guy is also there, like it's both our responsibility. But I have seen a trend where lo mfana wemali yabo lo mfana wokuthi umuntu obothola imali at the end of the day yabo asingayendi le mfo leyo. Let's just not do it. Let's figure each other out, because the responsibility of a whole human being is you need to impart knowledge, you need to impart spirituality, you need to impart financial knowledge, there's so much that you need to impart into a child. Why are you not thinking about that as the man, as the woman? Why,
the two of you.
You know what I mean? Why are you not thinking about that when you make the decision to have a child?
What she's talking about is true, and I also just don't want us to put the burden on women alone.
Yeah.
For like
And I'm
you
not,
cannot
sisters.
as a guy say a woman trapped you
Yeah.
to having a baby if you're going to be having unprotected sex as the guy in the first place. You know what I mean? Like, so that's what I'm saying, that we know what to do and what not to do, and you don't need a preacher to lay hands on you. You don't need to go to a motivational session or seminar. Just put into practice.
You can watch Walk Tall though.
Yeah.
Put into practice the knowledge that you already know.
Just to add on what you're saying, you said before that women are leaders.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I believe, my sister, you have all of the power, and you have the courage to say, "Loku ke kuthiwa i-condom bhuti wami siyayisebenzisa nami."
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Otherwise,
You also have the power to say,
maybe not
bro,
now.
I'm
not
ready to
ready.
I want to have children with you.
Yeah.
And there can be a discussion there
A
to say, we are not
conversation.
ready
Yeah,
for this
yeah.
because I don't know you
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
Let me know you first. And then you guys can make that decision to go forward. Right?
Yeah.
Asda?
Economically, all over the world, there's pressure, including the kingdom of Eswatini, everywhere. in any place, families, you can mention them. And then you see, just like she was trying to say, and then you have this situation of this family of, we have maybe a girl there. She's fine, but they do not have food. They do not have anything in place. There is this man that comes from the city, seems to have everything. And the only way for me to give you what I have is if you have to do this. Now, there is those desperate situations that actually pushes, and I'm talking about both male and female, because we also have young people we have women who have the strength of, let me say, finances or economically empowered.
And then it goes the other way around.
It goes the other way around.
Right.
So it affects both of us at the end of the day.
Which takes us back to, why are we dating?
And that's why the moral part of it, like you said, really plays a very vital role. Much as there is, because morality does not, what makes you morally sound is that you're able even to stand in the midst of that heat. That I still believe on what I'm believing in.
Running away and leaving your coat of many colors.
To say no,
this is not
what I
I'm not about this. Yes.
A decision needs to be made from inside our hearts, inside our souls, that there is something I'm pursuing. There is a greater thing ahead. Remember, this is just maybe a handout for today or a food for tomorrow. So what happens after that? And nowadays it's like hit and run. After I finish, I go to the next one. It's like opening a page of a book.
So what's love got to do
Look
with
at
it?
men. You find them in places, say, look here, I dealt with that one. I dealt with that one. I finished that one. It's like becoming a hobby now, So the morality part of it, really, we need to put it on ground. Mother Teresa, the great woman of Catholic, she said, let every parent go back to their home and teach their children the ways of God. And then there will be all this peace that we require.